Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. This very well could be the last part, so fingers crossed that this class trial ain't gonna end in ruin, or in a loop, which is a theory I've been having, but I think it's actually been disproven by what's happened, but regardless, let's get back into it.
Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet. We don't have the whole truth. This case isn't over.
Huh?
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand.
I know.
There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Part of Maki's testimony that doesn't add up is Kokichi drinking the antidote? Nah, he drank it. Yeah, she saw it in the flesh. The control panel being Maki. Oh, yeah, that's it. Shit. Oh no! Shit, I've lost all my steam. The last thing I'm guessing everything fucking wrong.
That's it! Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter. I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd. Maybe the sensor just missed it.
Doubtful.
The security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
And why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
That's right. There must be some kind of reason behind these oddities. Finding that reason will help us find the hidden truth. Electro bomb? Electro bomb.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife.
Oh,
At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
Monokuma could have done it, I guess.
If you approach the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken. Perhaps it was turned to a special.
Rather vague.
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with me?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
Okay. Just okay. Seems like the alarm system itself wasn't working properly, so what can we learn from that?
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy... the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm...
There's no lies in here.
But if you would approach the shutter, the alarm
Oh, come on! I've been doing this for like 30 minutes. And I swear I used the electro bomb, but I guess it is true.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
Yeah, I guess.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb?
Said you'd help.
I have no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
But we all know the alarm system was neutralized. It had to be. In that case, then...
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
The main objective of Kokichi using an electro bomb was... disable the passive safety function.
That's it!
Yes, so he did crash himself?
It was to deactivate the safety function on the press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electro bomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. If I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
All wrong.
What aspect of this case one's concentrated in new evidence?
That's it!
Yes. Yes.
Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Yes, the cause of death can now be crushed.
I was wrong!
Okay, well, I mean, I thought it was close enough, but fine. The press.
This is it!
I mean, it's the same answer, is it not?
The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
What? He could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
One would think that would have disabled the whole machine, but fine.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of
But the wire was cut.
But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what? That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? It's possible. I mean, what's the harm? No, there's no evidence. I don't want to accept either. Okay, fine. I mean, we can just vote without evidence, you know, right? I mean, it's not hard.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit.
Ah, you literally just took Danganronpa 2's, but fine.
No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Can I save? I'm gonna then. If you give me the option, I will. I like to think that it was Kokichi, but there is no evidence.
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
We haven't even put together the comic strip. I'm gonna say Kokichi, because he just appears to be it. That's the obvious answer, but
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
He doesn't know either.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Oh! No matter how he guessed, he wouldn't know, so he wouldn't know who to execute.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
What's going on? What's going on with Monokuma right now?
Monokuma? Do you not know who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? If Monokuma doesn't know, then what does that tell about this case? Wait, this case?
Yes, that's it! So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking
That's why he had
about?
Monokuma be guarded by robots.
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
A murder Monokuma can figure out?
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
I think this kind of proves the opposite, but fine.
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols. Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They were.
Admiring him. I love it. There's no way that's it. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, come on. It's funny.
That's it.
No, I like to think they were just admiring his build.
Monokuma.
Watching him?
Damn. That is one well-built bear.
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Yeah. All the time the Esco's on autopilot and directed to only observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an exosol, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
Even if it puts someone at a disadvantage, the class trial must always be fair. The person I said that info with didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it'll be fair to all the participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
Right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electrobomb in the hangar and the exosols to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
It's simple yet genius, if you ask me. Of course, I'm not a genius, so I can't really speak for genius.
Told you there's no point. Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
How would you fucking know that?
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What? But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
Yeah, man, I'm surprised you guys haven't figured that out yet.
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us. Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
Yeah, I mean,
No way I lied!
yeah, that doesn't happen all the time.
I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How do we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
So is Monokuma just here?
Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us. Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward now.
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too.
Is it really Junko?
But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth.
Junko's alive! Maybe.
Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
Do you want to know? I'll tell you. I'm getting kind of bored of all this lying, so everything I say from now on will be the truth, okay?
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the Exisol? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
Mew's remote control?
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Is Mew the mastermind?
You didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device.
Oh, she couldn't have used that earlier, now could she?
Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite.
Thanks, man.
Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
We just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time? What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Probably despair or something.
Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Junko, 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 or Junko.
There's even a mastermind to begin with.
What?
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna
The real mastermind is not Kokichi. Then who could it be? I was thinking it was Junko Ishinima, but that can't be it. Yeah, she is dead, I guess. She's dead. We'd never come into contact with her. If so, who's done this? Who planned the killing game?
Anyway, this conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind. So, yeah, get to talking.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma.
Bruh.
But you gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Fine.
Are you trying to get me to do something?
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore. You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
Huh?
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too.
He's on my team.
This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
When I play a game, I intend to win.
Damn, you like Bakia? I forget his name, how to pronounce it. Bakia, whatever the fuck his name is, but like 10 up to 11.
But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind is the true victory. And that's how I'll win. That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma.
He's got the power.
If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner.
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
Bro's competitive.
As I suspected, your thought process defies all logic.
I wouldn't want to face him in Monopoly.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have. At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
Whatevs. Let's just get this started. If the students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner.
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others for that matter.
Well, the same team now. Same team. What?
It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy. If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious?
Is he Hope's Peak?
Monokuma joins your party.
Who invited you?
I'm fine with it, okay?
Now, let's join forces and unravel the truth behind this case.
Hell yeah.
Well, we were going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
A short high.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact,
You should listen.
you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
Don't be mean. So another truth comes out. That piece of evidence makes sense now. The evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around. Hatches, bathroom window, 3 arrows, large back case, crossbow, empty bottle. Bloodstain, Kibo's account, hanger's front shutter, used electro hammer. Electro bomb, poison, Kokichi's clothes, Kokichi's disappearance. This?
This is it!
I thought it could be.
Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the hydraulic press.
Who wants to talk about that?
filmed that video to prove he was not the victim. But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Yeah.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with a hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Bruh, he's literally pitted us against each other for the longest time.
Huh? Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you want Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video. It must have something to do with trying to fool Monokuma. Taking a video of the murder but keeping the victim's identity hidden. What does it show? What doesn't it show? Fuck. Shit. Emote. What can't be identified even after watching the dead body footage. V. What would V be? Victim. V. I. C. T. What would it be? I or E? Victi. I think it's an I. Was that an E? I can't be too unsure. Vict. Okay, M. I think that's an M, not a W. Shit, I'm on my last leg, though.
The victim.
Huh?
Is it even possible? No, that's a question for later. For now, we know that...
If you show the moment of Kaito's death, of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim.
Danganronpa 1 situation.
That might be exactly the mistake Kokichi.
Got a random body.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
Switched? Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press? Where would he even get another body?
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of a former victim.
If there was an unknown body, then we could guess the victim was switched. But too bad! Switching the victims was impossible. The footage showed the body being crushed. When in the footage would they have been able to switch the victim?
Before it even began.
And we already established that the footage was not doctored in any way. The camera doesn't have any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause. Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage, remember?
Well, nothing here, anyway.
Damn it! Me and my big mouth!
Which means switching out the victim would not be possible. Also, if the victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive. We already discussed this so many times.
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that? See? You don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well. So, can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places? If Kaito is alive or not? don't like the thought that I killed Kaito. I don't want that.
Okay then, let's talk about the possibility that Makiro mentioned. Kimiko, if you call her that again...
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Then let's all talk it over together.
Together. And don't forget, you're not alone. Don't try to do everything yourself. It's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends. Yeah, let them do the solving.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Jeez, you guys are a stubborn bunch. There's no trick. That's probably another lie.
However, if the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. How could it have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited?
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places. I knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Okichi made it, so it's 100% suspicious.
Thus, a trick to that video. What could it be? What's suspicious about it? Guess he could have rolled out the other way, but...
There must be some trick to that video.
Electro bomb.
All gotta figure out.
Electro bomb.
There is no trick.
He disabled it for some amount of time.
There's no editing. That camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to anyone?
No.
The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
The person in that video. Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a bit.
Yeah.
Could it be that the video was shot location?
Eh.
Any other bright ideas? Come on, everybody, speak up!
I feel like someone said something that gives us a clue. If we put our heads together, we could find a hope. Can't fall into despair.
There must be some trick to that video.
Fine.
But there's no editing from
Did the placement of that
Still. Really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic...
Finally.
I agree.
Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with that, but the wire isn't cut, I'll give it that much.
Kibo is onto something. Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second? Because when Kibo and I first investigated that hydraulic press,
Smush. Oh yeah, there was a...
Yes, that's right. The hydraulic press kept lowering itself without stopping.
but in the video,
I see. Oh yeah! Yeah, it went fast. It dropped.
The hydraulic press stopped briefly, right before it crushed the body?
I didn't think of that.
Why would it stop?
That's a pretty obvious reason. Electro bombing. There we go. Yeah, it had nothing to do with that fucking panel.
the only way to stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button.
Yep.
An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function. There'd be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident.
Mmm.
I don't really remember. So what of it? The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
That's true.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling. That would have clearly been caught on camera.
Well, the camera was rolling.
Oh, I see. It was wasn't just the press that stopped.
Huh? What do you mean?
If you stop something else at the same time you stop the hydraulic press,
I see it now. That's how the bodies are switched. If you stop that, you could easily swap the bodies. Blah blah blah. Fuck! This again! Damn! If I wanted to play mini games, I'd have probably played Warrior Whale by now. Gonna be the fucking hammer. You have a pause button.
the culprit stopped the video camera at the same time as the hydraulic press. Then, while the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press. After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously. So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
That's what I've been saying this whole time!
When did you ever say that? So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. But now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Huh? Why?
To get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Let's pin this down. What was the camera setup? Probably about right here.
Oh no!
Well, come on. I thought it was close enough, man. Yeah, it's with a button.
There!
It's a bit of bullshit.
The video camera must have been set up somewhere around here. To operate the press and the camera at the same time, it would have to be near the switch.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle. If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful. Well, cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
That is true.
There was a reason the camera was set up there, but also a reason for the height. When the press was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct? That was intentional. The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position, so it would produce that angle.
I wonder if they used that tripod.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta end this here. I know it's a very unopportune time, and starting it back up would be a bit janky, but I kinda really gotta go. So anyway, it looks like the last part will indeed be the final piece of Danganronpa V3, Kill and Harmony. And I won't have any more parts after that. It's been fun. It has been fun. And I'll probably see what I can do after this, because there will be more Dagon content. It's my longest running series on the channel by far. All the games combined. This one alone is still probably the longest running series. Either way though, I'll see you next time, and bye.